We hear the word bombshell, and I think certainly it's true in this case. Meghan, Harry and the war between the Windsors is indeed the title. How toxic do you believe the entire relationship is?
Oh my God. Can you believe what's coming out now about Harry and Meghan? Just when you thought the drama had peaked, royal biographer Tom Bower and the ever-blunt Lady Colin Campbell have dropped a bombshell that's making waves everywhere. It's not just about PR stunts anymore. No, this goes way deeper. According to them, Harry and Meghan's 2 kids, Archie and Lilibet, might not even be their real children. I know, jaw-dropping, right? Apparently, these kids might not even exist in the way we've been led to believe. According to Lady C and Bower, Archie and Lily aren't just kept out of the spotlight for privacy. Oh no. They're saying these kids are nothing more than props, like literal stage props used to craft the perfect image. It sounds insane, but just wait.
It's just impossible, especially with Harry's memoir about to come out. But ever since Meghan left Britain and then did the Oprah Winfrey interview, it's been really poisonous.
Well, before writing the book and researching the book,
So what are they allegedly doing with these props? Well, using them to tug at our heartstrings to boost their Netflix narrative and paint this whole image of the modern royal escapees living the California dream. Except, where are the actual kids? Seriously, think about it. Every time we get a glimpse of them, it's always these vague, overly edited moments. Just enough to say, look, we're parents, but never enough to prove anything. And sure, they say they want privacy. But isn't it weird how William and Kate managed to strike a balance? Their kids show up at official events, birthdays, even public outings now and then. But the Sussexes? It's like Archie and Lily exist only in pixels and fairy tales.
Monica, I believe, obviously, in the Queen, and I think it's marvellous that we have this terrific family. I wrote a very critical book of Prince Charles 4 years ago, which he hated, but it was very true and was a pretty good sale. But I didn't really begin thinking about Meghan other than interest until the Oprah Winfrey.
No public christenings, no hospital discharge photos, nothing that proves these kids even left a hospital. Everything we've seen is so heavily filtered, so perfectly staged, that people have started comparing it to movie production, not parenting. And for a couple who constantly say they're authentic and real, this level of secrecy just doesn't scream protective parents anymore. It screams hiding something.
Behaved so badly, and Harry too, that I wanted to know what happened before. What was her life about that would lead her into that interview where she said so many things which were...
And let's talk about birth records. Tom Bower, who's exposed royal skeletons before, was apparently stunned when he looked into the paperwork. You won't believe this. Lilibet's supposed birthplace, it was allegedly changed after the fact, which is a big no-no under UK and US rules. That's not a typo, that's shady.
The people she'd worked with in Hollywood, on Suits and other places, to talk to me. So obviously I had to work hard to get the balance, but I think it's a book which is balanced. I think it's fair. The reader will make up his or her mind whether she's good or bad.
And it gets worse. No official California birth certificate has ever been confirmed for Lily. None. And Archie? His record? Full of bizarre changes. Meghan's name? Removed, then magically reappeared. Are we just supposed to believe this is clerical error? Because according to legal insiders, this kind of tampering usually means someone's actively trying to cover something up. But wait, it's not just documents. Lady C's gone further. She's looked at those Christmas cards and videos over the years, and you know what she's saying? The kids don't even look like the same kids over time. Eye color, ears, even their size. It all seems off. And she's not the only one noticing. Online photo analysts have jumped on this too. They're comparing screenshots from the Netflix series and official releases, and it's freaky. There's too much that doesn't add up. Could it really be the same child? Or are we looking at different kids altogether?
People from contacting you? Do you believe that happened?
Oh, I know it happened. I mean, this is my 26th book. I know when people are cutting me out, and it was just ridiculous how difficult it was to get to people who I genuinely wanted to hear the good side of her from. But obviously, she is a person who controls the narrative. She controls...
Lady C didn't mince words. She flat out said, they don't need real kids, they need the idea of kids. Think about that, it's the image, the illusion that counts. During their Netflix series, Harry and Meghan gave us these oh-so-precious glimpses of home life. But something always felt off. The kids' faces were always turned away. The camera would cut just before a full view. And backgrounds? Allegedly green-screened. Yup, digital experts are saying there were signs of chroma key effects, glitches, weird shadows, inconsistencies. Some frames even appear to have AI artifacts or stock footage overlays. It's not just speculation anymore. It's starting to look like CGI. So the question is, if the kids are real, why use digital tricks? Why not just show a normal, loving family?
Doesn't like them. She's a very determined woman, and she thought she could cut me off, and she failed.
It's interesting when you say in terms of balance, and you describe her as ambitious, but I always kind of feel when the word ambitious is used to describe a man, it's seen as being successful and positively.
And this is where it gets creepy. In today's world, not even the kids of B-list celebrities can stay hidden. Paparazzi are everywhere. Yet Archie and Lilibet, not once have they been photographed casually. No blurry park photos, no back-of-the-car airport shots, not even a fan selfie from a restaurant. That's statistically impossible. Unless, of course, there's nothing to photograph. Even when Meghan supposedly traveled with the kids, airports, hotels, family gatherings, not a single staff member, airline worker, or guest with a phone managed to snap a single image. Come on, we're not buying that. And that Christmas card, once again, looked totally fake. It's like they're recycling the same formula. Vague shapes, questionable lighting, and nothing that confirms the kids are actually there. And then there's the legal angle. You'd expect Harry, who screams privacy every chance he gets, to have stacks of court filings protecting his kids, right? Restraining orders, cease and desists, paparazzi lawsuits. But nope, nothing. Not a single documented legal attempt to shield Archie or Lilibet. And according to insiders, that's not just an oversight, it's a red flag. If the kids are real and precious, why no legal trail? Unless there's no need to protect what doesn't exist. Let that sink in. This absence is becoming damning, because it implies there's no real threat, because there might not be real children. And just when you think it can't get more bizarre, boom. Here comes a Hollywood casting scandal. A former child casting agent reportedly spilled the tea anonymously to a big US tabloid. And get this, apparently, Meghan and Harry reached out to agencies asking for biracial toddlers that matched descriptions. Yes, descriptions. Around the same time, they were prepping for their Oprah Tell-All and Netflix series. And sure, Meghan's PR team denied it, but the timeline is way too convenient. It lines up perfectly. If that's true, we're talking fraud, like actual staged parent fraud. Using child actors to fill in the gaps of a make-believe family? That's not privacy, that's Hollywood manipulation at its sleaziest. And just when you thought this couldn't get more twisted, let's talk about Prince Harry's emotional card, his mother, Princess Diana. Harry has repeatedly used her tragic death as his shield. Every time he's criticized, he brings up Diana. I'm protecting my family like she couldn't. I won't let history repeat itself. It's been his go-to defense for leaving the royal family, trashing the media, even suing tabloids. But now, if these children are nothing but carefully arranged illusions, what exactly was he protecting? If Archie and Lilibet aren't real or not their biological kids, then this narrative collapses. It's not about honoring Diana anymore, it's about exploiting her memory. And that flips the script, from a grieving son standing up for his family, to a PR mastermind playing the world, using tragedy not for healing but for headlines and Netflix deals. What looked like a legacy now looks like a strategy. And people are noticing. Hollywood isn't dumb. Slowly but surely, Harry and Meghan's A-list defenders are disappearing. George and Amal Clooney, radio silence. They used to be in Meghan's corner. Serena Williams, once a ride-or-die bestie, hasn't said a word in over a year. Even Oprah, who gave them their biggest platform, has taken a big step back. In Hollywood, silence isn't just silence. It's distancing. It's what people do when they smell scandal and don't want to go down with the ship. And right now, this ship is looking more Titanic than fairy tale. When even your high-profile friends are avoiding you, that's not bad PR. That's reputational crisis. If A-listers don't believe the Sussex narrative anymore, how can the public? And let's be honest, this is no longer just a rumor. Tom Bower and Lady C's expose has gone viral. People are talking, people are connecting dots. And Harry and Meghan, they're boxed in. Because now, if they release photos or videos of Archie and Lily, guess what happens? Every expert, every journalist, every internet sleuth is going to zoom in, enhance, and dissect every single frame. Looking for AI glitches, Photoshop artifacts, recycled footage, anything suspicious, any slip will be exposed. But if they say nothing, that silence will speak volumes. The public will take it as confirmation that the kids really don't exist or aren't theirs. There's no winning here. Any move they make is now a risk. And while they stall, the damage spreads. Netflix, once obsessed with the Sussex's family narrative, is reportedly backing off. One senior producer allegedly told a tabloid, "We don't touch controversies involving fabricated kids. It's a no-go." Think about that. They're basically saying, this is too toxic, too risky, too fake. And remember Spotify? They cut ties with Harry and Meghan months ago. Back then, people thought it was about creative differences. Now, it's looking like Spotify knew something. The brand risk was just too high. Let's face it, the Sussex image used to be gold. They were seen as the brave young couple escaping palace oppression, fighting for love, protecting their family, and finding their voice. Now, that image is crumbling fast. It's not a fairy tale anymore, it's a script unraveling, scene by scene. Even Meghan and Harry's biggest online supporters, the ones who defended everything, are starting to backtrack. Reddit threads, YouTube comments, Twitter replies, they're full of confusion, skepticism, and calls for truth. People feel betrayed. They gave their sympathy. They stood by Meghan during the royal family clashes. They clapped for Harry's bravery, and now they're saying, wait a second, were we played? One comment in the Daily Mail said it all. If this is true, I want my empathy back. It's not just betrayal, it's emotional manipulation. People gave support thinking they were helping victims, but now they're realizing they might have been feeding a performance. And the fallout? Oh, it's already happening. Since the rented children theory exploded, Meghan and Harry have vanished from Hollywood's spotlight. No events, no red carpets, no appearances. Behind the scenes, sources say they've been quietly dropped. One celeb publicist didn't hold back. They're seen as unstable, unpredictable, maybe even dishonest. No one wants them tied to their brand. Brutal, but not shocking anymore. Meghan, once dreaming of being the next Oprah, is now whispered about like a reality TV cautionary tale. And Harry, the prince who wanted peace, now facing questions like, what kids? What's left? A fading royal title, a shaky Netflix deal, and 2 children the world's not even sure exist. This isn't just scandal, it's an identity crisis. The Sussex brand, once about truth and family, now reeks of secrets and manipulation. And the worst part? If they'd just been honest from the start, it might have been different. But after all the edits, the dodged questions, and the silence, trust is gone. What started as rumor is now mainstream. And unless they speak up fast, it won't blow over. Because if Archie and Lilibet aren't real, what else isn't? The betrayal could just be beginning.